Oh, we're already going. Stick you guys over here. Whoop. There we go. Hello, and welcome to another little morning guts session. Today we're doing some more blundering, just doodling today. I'm working on this little sketch of a 240Z based concept. Like it's pretty faithful to the original, but just a slight tweaking of the cabin and proportions a little bit. I think this hood might be a little bit longer, and I think it might be a little bit wider. Maybe the hood needs to be longer. But yeah, I'm just working on proportions for now, and trying to. Yesterday we were using grease pencil to help us out with graphics and stuff, so like trying to draw in where the hood lines would be and the cuts where the daylight opening, the glass would be, and some vents, playing around with different rear window treatments. Come on, there we are. But it's tough to wrangle the grease pencil. It is a unwieldy tool. But also I was thinking about just using curves instead of grease pencil. So like regular plain old Blender curves. Let's see if, and the other cool thing about curves is we can draw with them too. We can get a nice simplified curve here, which is cool. And you can play with these later. So yeah, a lot of stuff to try. And we were also looking at grease pencil videos yesterday. Not grease pencil, gravity sketch videos, which is kind of another interesting program that lets you draw in 3D. So yeah, we're trying to figure out if we can do a similar type of thing in Blender. And it looks like all the tools are there. I mean, we have the curves, just like gravity sketch, that you can edit after the fact. It's just that we need some, I think we just need interface now. The tools are great. Just need interface. Anyway. Hi Cybertech. Good morning. Thank you. So let me turn off the grease pencil here for a second. Or maybe I'll turn down the opacity of it. Just use it as a guideline. So I'm finding here between the grease pencil line, I put it much lower, which kind of looks cool, but then it would be really hard to get in and out of the car. So maybe I'll split the difference and put it somewhere in the middle. And I'm trying to keep all my stuff nice and clean and evenly spaced out, kind of. And then we're getting issues like that. So whenever I'm doing a car or something really organic like this, I try to keep it really, really simple as long as possible until I basically have no other choice but to start to add in more geometry. What would this be like? It might be ugly. Hey Coco. Yeah, we're just got a grease pencil sketch here, but it's just for guideline. Where is it? I wonder if fender flares would be nice on this. Right now we have a live cut going here, so that's kind of nice for flexibility. You know, if we need to change the shape of the shape of the hood or whatever, we can do that very easily and keep that cut going. But otherwise, maybe like that. It looks too long though. From the top view it looks fine, I think, but then from the side it looks, is that too long for a Z? Maybe it needs to just be a little bit taller. Is that it? Proportions is kind of the fun part for me, but it's also the most tricky part because we gotta get it just right. Maybe that's better. That looks more reasonable. I should probably bring up a Z for reference, but I kind of want to use my imagination a little bit, because this is already super close to I mean, it looks very similar, so I need to kind of break out of it a little bit and try to make it more futuristic or more interesting somehow. Hi Crimson Knight. Botio, this is a tablet. I'm just using a regular Wacom tablet for this. So in terms of futurizing it, I thought maybe the front here could be sort of like a GTR, or you know, like current Nissan tendencies. Let's look at a GTR for a second. See what they look like these days. I don't know if this is a good idea to try to incorporate like Nissan's current look. I kind of like the original one. I think this is the original, I mean, of the new generation. So well, they have that weird like trapezoid opposite of a bar. So I'll try to get that in there. Hey Harold, good morning. So yeah, this stream I'm trying to work a little bit, but if you guys have any questions or comments about Blender, it's kind of testing too, so I like to download the latest build every day and try to break it and see if there's any problems. because I have a class I'm teaching at Brainstorm School right now, and I need to make sure all the scripts and stuff that we're using are gonna work during class time. Otherwise, it's like pandemonium. But so far it's been 2.8. We've been using 2.8 in class, and it's been working really nicely so far. A little bit of bugs here and there, but nothing catastrophic yet. Oops. Hey, Anarchijex, how do you model without subdivision modifiers? It's easy. You just don't put a subdivision modifier on your model. Is that what you mean? So I don't know if this would be very friendly to pedestrians these days. This might not pass the test, but it's okay. We could also put in some test graphics. This is kind of a neat little trick. All you have to do is put your model where you want it to be, where you want your headlight to be, or whatever graphic cut, and then sort of make that outline fit what you want. And then we can do, let me save this first. Let's do intersect. Oops. Here, I'll do that manually. Boolean. Then we want a Boolean. Oh wait, oops. I don't want that. This one needs a Boolean. Boolean. I want to use that as a reference and intersect, just like that. And then we can use displace to push it out just a tiny bit. And then we have at least like a fake or a placeholder graphic for when we do need to freeze it all, we can do that. But for now, it's just nice and flexible, and we can move it around. Let me see, where's my mirror? And we also need a edge split here. This is, I think, a bug, because 2.79 didn't used to do this, but whenever we have some modifiers on here, it always does this weird, like, it kills all the edge. The smooth shading gets all wonky. So I need to turn, well, actually, okay, that works. Okay. Hey Vicky, thanks. Yeah, I definitely want to do some videos in the future. Just still waiting, because there's so many changes happening right now for Blender, so I'm gonna wait till things settle down a little bit. There's that whatchamacallit, Blender conference coming up in 2 weeks, actually. So that's gonna be a big benchmark for Blender. A lot of people, let's see who's gonna be there. They usually have an interesting lineup of people at the Blender conference. Hope I can go someday. I don't know have any of you guys been to the Blender conference before? It looks like a pretty fun event. Look how organized they are. It's beautiful. Okay. All these really cool, interesting looking talks. Blender for UX design, how does that work? As a member of GNOME. This is what I like about it. It's so many different applications to it, and like the thing that I'm using Blender for is just a tiny little section of what Blender can do. So it's kind of this huge world of stuff. Speed sculpting guide. Oh, I wish there was a picture or something. Anyway. And ArchiGex. Yeah, I do use subdivision sometimes. I don't use it all the time, but sometimes. When it's useful, I bring it out. Because subdivision is really a pain to use. It's it's hard to control it, so it's better to just use it only when you really, really need it. And everything else I try to get away without it, because it's such a pain. Maybe this part here, it's a little bit wonky right here in the corner, so I might try to go around it by just drawing a knife right here. Go like that. And maybe you could go here. It doesn't really seem to help much. Oh well, I tried. Let's give this a dark material. And with cars too, one of the big things is the car should never have any totally flat surfaces like this. So I'm going to move it a little bit to make it a little bit curved. Because if you look at a sheet of, if you take a sheet of paper and you lay it flat and try to flop it around, it's very weak and floppy and flimsy, right? But if you take that same piece of paper and you bend it a tiny bit, like you fold it, you make a little tiny bridge or an arc out of it, or let's say you make a burrito out of it, then it becomes really strong, right? At least for paper, it makes it so you can't like flop it around anymore. So that's the idea with this, making surfaces a little bit round. It makes them a little bit stronger, especially any kind of like sheet metal or thin plastic or whatever. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of strength by making it round. You can go in both directions too. Hey Lee. Blender's behaving well so far. We just downloaded the new version and it's going okay so far. No crashes yet. Have you guys been trying grease pencil yet? Anybody? Oh, actually, you know what? We do need to check something, because the other day we were doing grease pencil and we ran into this thing where, let's say you're doing your grease pencil and there's these layers, and you can make layers like this in BG, FG, MG. So let's say there's a background layer here, and we're drawing some stuff. Or wait, let's call this pencil. Then another layer, or another material now, called shade. Then let's make another one called fill. So the shade material, I'll just make it like a grayish color, a little bit of opacity, and I'll kill the line, turn down the opacity of the line, and same thing with the fill. I don't want a line, I just want some fill color, and full opacity here. Okay, so we have these three materials, and we got our layers, 3 layers. So the weird thing is that the layers kind of go the opposite way of what you'd expect. So here's our, let me see. Here's our BG, which is just the fill, and then our MG. Let me open up another one of these. I definitely feel like something is funny here, that these should not be split up into 2 different sections. Alright, then the shade can go on the MG, and then the pencil can go on the foreground. Oh, is it working now? Okay, I think it, let's see. Because before, these 3 would be going in the opposite direction. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's still going in the opposite direction. So yeah, so the foreground layer is on the bottom, and that one is on top, actually on the top of our screen. If that makes sense? So here's our foreground lines that we're drawing, and even though we put them on the bottom layer here, they're showing up on top. If I put it on the top layer, they're showing up on the bottom. So it's kind of the opposite of what we would imagine, I guess, for anybody who's used a graphics program. Any graphics program, the layers will always be from top to bottom. So that's backwards, but apparently they've added an option in here. Here we go. Grease pencil, under editing, grease pencil, layer order top down. So they've added that. Let's see if that does anything. Doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, so now when you press the up arrow, okay, when you press the down arrow, the layer goes up, and when you press the up arrow, the layer goes down. It's not ideal, but it's a step in the right direction, I guess. And now they just need to make that default, hopefully, and also fix these buttons so they go the right direction. But anyway, that's just a little little nitpick here. I'm gonna go to my startup file and just save that in. So I'll go layers, order, top down. Yes. So now whenever I make a new document, it'll remember that. Morning, brush runner. Hello. So I think we're all set with layers now. I still feel like there's got to be a way to simplify this. Like, what if you could tell a certain material to be in front of other materials? Is that possible? I'm going to look this up, because every single time I grease pencil material in front of other material. Okay. Morning, brush runner. Boop, 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 boop. Or aside from that, what if each layer would automatically choose its own material? Because if I want to switch to drawing on the middle ground, I have to switch to the middle ground and then switch to shade. So that's 2 steps right there, which is not ideal. It should just be like 1 step. I can't do it here because it would be all stuck on this one layer, which I need it to be on the background layer now. Is it pass index? Let's see, pass index. 1, 2. All right, so if I go pass this one and this one. Oh, maybe that works. What if I go the other direction? Here. Nope. So it just goes in order of what you do. Yeah. How do we get this to behave? Yeah, I'm still stuck on some burning questions, like how can we switch between these 3 and make sure that their layer order stays how we want it. Depth ordering. Line color. Surface os. Hi, iScience. Tint color. Did that do it? What if we just have one material here? Tint color. Okay, we have tint color. And then this one has a different tint color. Maybe this one's like red color. Okay. It's getting somewhere. And this one is green. Okay, so the 3 layers, at least we can make sure that they're different colors. But then I want to be able to control if it's going to be a line or a not a line. Let me see. Okay, what if I turn off the stroke here? And here we give it stroke thickness. Nope. Wait. Let's see. Nope. That doesn't do it either. Oof. All right, I'm gonna draw, let's draw another K car of some sort. Okay, we got drag and drop back. That's good. Yesterday it was missing in action. Okay. Bum, bum. Okay, this will be pencil. That's not good. Cannot read. Maybe I should set up the startup scene to have this stuff all preset, because I hate creating these materials over and over. Oh, really? Uh-oh. It's not good. Oh, I think my Dropbox was maybe killing it. Shoot. Sorry, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Is this any better? Uh-oh. Let me check here. Maybe I need to lower the settings. It says the stream health is good, though. Hey, Lip. It's Lip. Morning, man. Excited. Lip has made it. All right. Ah, man. I like that scene you did yesterday of the mask guy and the bike. Those are crazy. But man, grease pencil has been sort of a fight to work with. It's so, especially the layers and stuff. I'll call this one BG. Maybe another one MG. Oops. And put this shadow on MG. Try to keep it really simple if possible. Christy K style drawing. I wonder if maybe I should be doing this stuff on the background layer, and then the body should be in front of it. Eh. Yeah, this would be really nice for Procreate. Kind of reminds me of alchemy too. Morning, Mustard Tiger. Yes, another greasy, filthy day. Greasy. Alright, so we need another one of these. Yellow. I hate that you have to freaking set this thing every single fucking time. Okay, and then we go here. Let's pick that yellow color for the wheel. Does anybody know a good fast way to copy materials that doesn't take like 10 steps? And then it doesn't select the material that you just made. There is a preset button for quick fill and invisible line. How does that work? Where is that? Is that one of these guys over here? Surface. Oh, shit. Oh. Now I feel extra dumb. Okay, that's better. That's definitely better. Thanks for that. Hey, Oleg. See, that's why we do the streams. We get to learn cool stuff. From Mustard Tiger. Let's try that again. Here we go. Fill only. And we want the fill to be like that. Oh, that's much nicer. Much nicer. Okay. Now, I definitely don't like that when you create a new material, it doesn't automatically select it. So we're still on the old material, even though we just created this new material. So we have to now click on that material to assign it, which is, I mean, obviously if you're making a new material, then that means you want to use it. Okay. So yeah, I feel like drawing like this is kind of like painting. You're half drawing and half painting, because you can kind of draw value shapes. It's pretty nice. I'm doing a horrible job here though. Do you guys use the gradient stuff? Like gradient fill? I wonder if this will work. Yeah, soft brush would be nice. Yeah. Eevee is awesome. So what's going on here? What are we gradating between? Let's see. Red to... Let's just try black and white. See what happens. Make this alpha really strong. Really strong here. Okay, so if we go counterclockwise versus clockwise. Interesting. Yes. Yes, gradient. Wow. Okay. Useful for clip art, definitely. Yeah, an egg designer. I wonder if you could really, like, if you were a master of this technique, the clip art wizard. Like, okay, what if we copy this one? Let's copy this one. Oh, radio. Bring it down a little bit. Okay, copy. So right now to copy, it's like a 10-step process here. Let's see. Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I exaggerated. It's 5 steps. Well, 6 if you count renaming it. Egg. Okay. Gradient. Let's make it bluish. I'll pick that color. And let's pick this color. Okay, let's see. New layer. Gradients. 1. God damn it, select the damn... Okay, here we are. 1. This way. What if I go this way? What if I want... Does it matter where we start the line? What if we started over here on the top? The white is down here. If we started over here on the bottom? Looks like the same thing. What if we started over here? Does anybody know how this gradient stuff works? Like, how does it choose the direction? I see that counterclockwise and clockwise matters, but I feel like that's not it. Maybe there's more to it. This is not working for me. Abandon ship. Abandon cart. Cart overboard. Alright, I'll just stick to regular drawing. I do like that you can change the shadows, though. Or you can change your colors after. That's pretty handy. Another one. fill only. Let's call it glass, maybe. And this one can be pretty transparent, a little bit blue. Damn it. Greasy watercolor. Yeah. It's very sharp, pointy watercolor. I guess we could keep editing this. What about FG? And we could get our pencil. Oh, lip, did you ever figure out the that glitch where the lines were kind of going through each other or whatever, or you could see the back sides of them? So I'm kind of curious about that one too. This is just on a plane right now. Alright, so Brush Runner says, no, it's not related to grease, but import animations and character from XML. I wish I could turn them to OBJs so I can post them better. Oh, okay. I don't know. So it's coming in as triangles or something, and you can't edit them once they're imported. And Lip says, I think it was broken file. So it's just that one file, but if you do it on a new file, it doesn't do that. Uh-oh. That's not good. Weird. I gotta figure that out then, I guess. So it doesn't work at all when using this setup. You kind of have to... Maybe if you send me the file, I'll try to look around, but yeah, I'm not sure. Lip. Have I used SketchUp? Yes, I have. Yeah. Well, one thing you could do, Brush Runner, is just do, what is it called? Decimate? When you have a very complicated monkey or something. Oh shoot, not that. Not that kind of monkey. This kind of monkey. So if you have a complicated model, you just go in and say, where is it? Simplify, what is it? Decimate. And then that'll make it much simpler for you, if that's what you need to do. It's just like ZBrush Decimate. Yeah, 2.8 is, it's a weird one so far. Oh, that's a good point. Actually, you can do that with a shader. So you can, if you're drawing something and you wanted this, oops, cube, what the hell? Oh. You can tell the cube to have a material like this, and give, instead of principled BSDF, switch the material to an emission, and then it'll be straight color of whatever color you need. It's a nicer background, I guess. I wonder if you can import to Photoshop 3D. Oh yeah, I don't know. What time is it for you, Lip? Just curious. What am I doing? Oh, okay. Guess it's like opposite. We are 11:42 over here, a.m. Why won't it let me draw? Oh, here we are. It's kind of cool. Oh, nice. How's that game going so far? How's the launch? I need to go download that. You guys should check out the trailer for Lip's new game. It looks pretty cool. I forgot. Wait, what's the name of the game? I need to, let's look that trailer up. Oh, you're in China. Holy crap. I didn't realize that. Hello. Are you there to work on the game, or you just live there? Yeah, let's check out the trailer for a second, guys. This is really beautiful. I like the music too. Oh, it sells in China. Okay. Can you say how many sales you guys got so far? Oh, this is yesterday. Okay. Dope. It looks really fun. I need to grab it. It's on Android too, right? Cool. Are you working on a bunch of projects at the same time, or you just focused on the one thing at a time? Oh, nice. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just, I'm glad to talk to you finally a little bit, even though it's online, because I've been geeking out over your, especially your landscape stuff, as always. Oh, man. I need some skin here. Oh, fill only. Do. Man, I don't know how, like, how do you get those shapes, man? You know, like the crazy angles and those juicy shapes. I need to work on that. Because I feel like when I'm doing these studies, I kind of just do whatever I see, sort of, and I don't really go and push it very much. But when I see you do studies of stuff, or even just regular drawings of any of your drawings, they're always very, like, they have all this kind of energy where things are just bouncing around and really dynamic, and like stuff is just, your eyes are just doing a little dance. lot of trouble with this 5. Feel if you ask your shape where it wants to go to a shape naturally gets down with a weird drag. Just ask your shape where she or he wants to go. Okay. Okay, number 5, where do you want to go? You want to go here? Go there? How about there? Okay, what about here? Do you kind of pause for a second, like after you make a stroke, to see what they're going to respond with? Like, oh, where do you want to go? Okay, I'll go here. Or is it like, do, really fast? We sound like crazy people, by the way. Let's see, 1, do. You want to go down here? How about over here? Take your time. I feel like that is a good advice. Do. I need to slow down, huh? But then there's squiggles too, right? When you guys do squiggles, I love some people do really good squiggles. It's kind of silly to say, but there's some artists that have the best squiggles ever, and that's something that I'm trying to work on it, but it's hard because I feel like squiggles, you can't control them. Like, they just have to be very like mechanical to look good. Does that make? But that's just my idea. I don't know if that's what people are doing. Yeah, exactly. Ian McHugh has good squiggles. And who's the king of squiggles? Probably Topi is the king of squiggles, I would say. Do you guys have any other squiggle masters? I would love to have listened to him talk about squiggles, but like the hair squiggles actually are really cool. Yeah. Do you guys know anybody who is comparable to Topi for squiggles? Very controlled. But what about these guys here? They are controlled. They're like organized, but like look at this stuff. Look at these squiggles here. They are. You're right though. They are organized. They're not like just overlapping each other in a confusing way. They're all sort of neatly like folding into each other, kind of. Sean Gordon Murphy. Let's see. Oh, man. He does little tiny bunches too. Mini bunches, but yeah, like little sections of squiggles. So it's not too monotonous. I don't think he never goes through an entire giant shape with like one type of squiggle. He'll have a bunch of different ones that make it really interesting. I need to work on that, because usually when if I was filling in this bottom of the leg, I would just do it all with one type of line. But he's like folding and changing the angle slightly and curving, and lots of variety in there. Who else is there? Sean Gordon Murphy. Oh wow, Lip, you met him. What's he like? Did you guys get to talk a bit? That's amazing. I definitely feel like you got some taupey in you, lip. Great hair. Essential artist. Oh yeah, this guy is crazy. Jesus. I love that sketch. Okay, comic book people have the best squiggles. That's for sure, right? Concept artists can, like, die under a rock compared to this. This is amazing. Squiggle action. Squiggle action. Look at that. Well, actually, he's more of like a straight line guy, huh? Not too much. Seems like everything he does is like chopping and fast and kind of angular and like lines up together. Pretty clean. I'm thinking about more like just, oh, here we go. Oh, what about that guy, Nicholas Nemiri. He has pretty interesting squiggles. I like this kind of thing. See, I could never do this. That line, I don't know how that works. So, it's just very. So lip. Do you think this would be like a very slow line, or kind of fast? I wonder. I don't know how he does this shit. And this kind of. All these marks are really pretty individually, you know? Individually, and then they add up to something really nice too. But I'm really interested in these where the people can put down one, like this squiggle right here. That's really cool. Yeah, like maybe the leg lines look fast, but then some of these other things maybe are slow, like that. Oh, you know who has really good squiggles? Elisa. Am I spelling this wrong? Yeah. Eliza has really... Eliza or Eliza. Look at this squiggle action, man. Insane. But I've seen the videos of her drawing, and she goes... Man, she's going fast, too. Like, I think she's just really, really good at it. She goes fast with this. But she does, like, she kind of pauses in between. Like, whenever there's a sharp line, like a sharp corner, she'll kind of pause at the corner and then go. So, I guess you do need to kind of stop in order to get these nice sharp... That's amazing. And all the squiggles in here. It's just crazy. Oh. Okay, Bernie writes in... Yeah, that's really nice. Nice. Yeah. Damn. These comic book people, man. I need to work on that stuff. Because yeah. Oh yeah, Marcos. Alright, I see the pattern here. So basically any comic book guy is gonna kick ass at squiggles. I don't know how he does this digital. Yeah, nice and juicy. Alright, let's go back to my garbage sketch here for a second. I can put it out of its misery. Hey, Killer Den. Mr. Dennis. Alright, I'm going to try to squiggle here. Let's try to squiggle this up. Damn, I suck. Let's see, I'll try to squiggle it up in here. I'll try to ask the line where it wants to go. I also hate drawing on the computer. Maybe my squiggles are just they're too filthy. Maybe it needs more variety, like how do they do that? Come on, man. You can do some squiggles. There. Yep, still on it. Hey Adam, I'm using a tablet here. I never got used to Cintiqs. Like, I feel like my hand gets stuck on them. Maybe I just have sweaty hands or something. Damn. Squiggles. Blocking in squiggles with color. Yeah, Neil Ross is another squiggle master. Oh, man. These guys. That's a good idea, actually. Maybe we can do some squiggles of this here. Although it is kind of a... Oops. Oops. I need a new material, fill, or should I use a stroke? I'll use fill. Let's use this color here. You can use that to sort of color in the background, I hope. Something like that. Wrap around 80-20 plus let it go probably would be a good measure for that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Just switching between all these panels is a bit, it's too much for what we're doing. Monkeys or penguins? I think penguins for me. Pingu. Pingu butts. Yeah, 2.8 is like a little party. New. Let's do stroke only. And the color is dark skin. Actually, I'll make this darker. And let's erase. Oops. Just that. And then let's put the light color in instead, like this color. Squiggle, squiggle. Yeah, lip. We're using this 2.8 in brainstorm class right now, and yeah, brainstorm is great. The students are really good, and yeah, the school is great. So yeah, the class has been pretty good so far. Everyone's doing a lot of good work, and it's pretty intense. We're covering a lot of information every time, and everyone's like kind of all exhausted by the end of it. I know I am. It's a lot more talking than I'm used to doing, you know. I'm usually pretty quiet. But it's okay as long as I have my water bottle and everybody's working, then we'll be okay. I feel like the way that we learn to draw in school is the opposite of all these, how the comic book people draw. And I'm a bit jealous of how comic book stuff looks. And I want to try to learn a lot of that stuff. Although I know it's also just plain harder to draw that way, because I think they get a lot more practice in drawing. They have, like, I don't know, just better technical skills than the average industrial designer. Hey Nico, or Noki, have you tested 2D animation? Not yet. Not yet. Hello, Red Ramos. And Greasemeister. That sounds gross. Oh, we have another suggestion for squiggles. We need some squiggle inspirational. Squiggle inspiration. Mr. Calvin and Hobbes. Wait, that's not him. Yep. They care less about individual lines, it seems. So they care more about groups of lines and gaggles of lines? Zorn. Let's bring up some Zorn etchings. A little bit hairy. I like it. It's very... Very nice grouping here. I like how the hair just fades out like that. That's pretty awesome. Oh yeah, there's some squiggle action here. But then for skin, he does like this weird, I don't know, it almost looks hairy when he does skin. Is this more or less one of the pits of ID learning? No, I mean, industrial design is not really, you don't have to do illustrations in industrial design, so it's a different type of drawing, because for ID sketching, you're trying to do like, just show the shapes. So let's look at some ID sketches. Who would have Maxim? Actually, this is one of my favorite industrial design guys. But I mean, the drawing is much more just straightforward. It's like, bump, there's a line, here's another line. But all the shapes are pretty well defined here. This guy is a master of like proportions and stuff. I guess it is pretty simplified here, but you still get the idea of what's going on. Let's find some of his sketches. Okay, so this, let's see, his hatching is pretty like, yeah, like here. It's just a couple lines to sort of show direction of some plane, but not really. They show the shapes with these cross-section lines, which is just like a really quick and easy way to do it, instead of actually shading the whole thing. And then, let's see, and then here's his car. I think they actually made some of these cars. I don't know if they made this one yet. Look at that sketch, holy shit. He's one of my favorite car designers. Oh my god. Yeah, but the lines are almost like almost careless. Like there's not much I don't know. It's a different feeling, definitely, from the comic book people. The lines are just there to be there. They're not the star of the show, I feel like. It's more just the shapes are the star. Oh my god. Yeah. So when I'm looking at an ID sketch, I don't even care about the lines that much. The amazing thing here is just the proportions and the shapes and stuff. The lines are nice too, but that's not the amazing part about it. Holy shit. Yeah, all the Russian guys are like next level. Russian car designers. Oh. It's so clean. And he does watercolor too, which not a lot of these car designers, at least of his generation, I don't think I see that many watercolor people, but he does it really well. Or wait, these might be marker. He used to do a lot of watercolor, which is smart because these markers are so freaking expensive. The Copic markers or whatever design markers. And watercolor, I mean, you could go a lot farther with watercolor, I feel like. That's pretty cool. Nice shapes. That really dramatic for something that's, it's like a box on wheels, but it's still so interesting. Oh man, I wish I could ask him how to draw or how to think about shapes. And he actually leaves a lot of stuff open, as in not every shape sometimes is like fully enclosed in lines, and he leaves some stuff blank for the viewer to figure out, which sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm getting like kind of carried away with this. Man, there used to be so many amazing Russian car designers on Blogger, but I think a lot of them have kind of stopped posting. But they were like my main inspiration when I was in school. It's all these guys. Ah, that's so cool. He's like, whoa, backwards, again, man, that's really awesome. What the hell? Okay, let me get back to this drawing here. Well, there's that guy, there's Popkov. Oh god, this is a never-ending hole. I don't know, man, these guys are crazy. Actually, there might be some on his blog. Let's see. Oh, he doesn't have them on here. What was that guy's name? There's Maxim Shershnev. There's Artem Popkov. He's really good. There's Sasha Solopanov, but he's not really Russian. He's kind of like American Russian. This is pretty crazy stuff. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, they do. It is. It's very graphic sometimes, like this. How beautiful is that? I always like the unfinished sketches more, or the ones where they like leave out a bunch of information. That's always more satisfying somehow. And sometimes they don't really translate well to 3D models. I mean, this one's cool, but I like the sketches more. That's the trouble with ideas. Like, you can make the most beautiful sketch in the world, but when you have to physically model it and make it a real thing, the sketch isn't going to help you. Like, if you make a beautiful sketch, that's not going to help you with the actual shapes. So you got to make the forms beautiful, and the physical shape of it is the only thing that matters for ID. Because the sketch is not the finished product here. Yeah, I love this stuff. And who else? Skakov. There was a guy like named Roman Skakov. Wait, is this? Sometimes they change their style a lot, and I can't even recognize them anymore. Oh, here we go. This guy has a bunch of other people. Do I teach at Brainstorm also? Yeah, I'm teaching Blender right now at Brainstorm. And yeah, it's a little different. I would say it's more geared towards concept art and video games and stuff like that. And CDA is more about visual development and animation storyboarding. What's scaring? I don't know about these ones. This one's cool. Not into these ones. That's a cool sketch. But these are too, to me, these are too, like everything is kind of so, it's just missing a little bit of sharpness somehow. I don't know, it feels kind of dull to me. Again, the perspective is like wonky here. Scaring, let's see. Okay. It looks very horizontal. Everything is horizontal. That's a nice sketch. Whoa, oops. Who did this? Oops. Sorry, guys. Scarin. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Scarin stuff, but it looks good. His perspective is a little bit weird. It's like creeping up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the design that much here. It feels kind of busy to me. And also a lot of the forms feel a bit flat. Who else? Oh, you guys know Speedbirds, right? This is some French car designers that made a book about airplanes and the Schneider Trophy. So that's what I'm talking about here. This is the stuff there's not that many people that can do this kind of drawing. I think these guys are a nice mixture between industrial design and illustration, in that they like kind of take their time and craft a nice, beautiful drawing, you know, instead of just rushing it and making it all shitty industrial design style, you know. And then, but on top of that, their forms and the designs are really, really sophisticated. And I don't know, this stuff I feel like is super, man, those shapes are crazy. And you can see everything in here fits together. It's all fully, I mean, this is 3D, this is a 3D model practically. And I don't see any issues here that a modeler could just pick this up and build it from one drawing. Like this thing, you can't really do that because a lot of these forms here are sort of confusing, or they're not, the perspective is wrong, and like this vent is wrong, the other side is wonky. But this is like a perfect drawing. Everything in here is like fully three-dimensional. Look at that. It's perfect. Jan Jarsal. Let me see, Jan Jarsal. Man. Yeah. Look at that. They're just opening up panels at a weird angle, and it's got all these weird cuts and crazy shapes in there, and they're just perfectly rotating it in 3D. What the hell? Anyway, there's also SimCom, but sometimes I don't like the stuff they put on SimCom, but or SimCom. So this is another site that a lot of industrial design people look at. Wait, where is it? Sketch site. But I don't know, some of it is good, some of it is not that good. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we got John Fry on here. So, yeah, pretty crazy. But then, sketch like this, it looks like it's doing two different things, like this form here versus that side. It looks different. And look at this plane over here, but then on this side it's not there. So which, like, if you're modeling this, you have to choose which side you're going to model because they're both different. Oh, they got Maxim on here. Let's see. To be honest, a lot of ID stuff feels generic. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I agree. A lot of it does feel generic. A lot of people just kind of do whatever the current trend is and repeat themselves over and over and over and over. But then it makes it really exciting when you see something that's really fresh and different. Let's see. I like Grigory Putin also. Let me see. This guy is pretty good. Really nice. I don't know. His sketches are really crazy. He kind of reminds me of Maxim with how his proportions can get a little nutty, which I like, and also his graphics are really crazy too. But not in a super busy way, I feel like. Sometimes they're really complicated, but they all have a sense of, like, I don't know. There's some calm to it also. It's crazy, but it's also calm. Like, there's this big giant surface here. Very nice. And then, but the shape is very drastic. It's really dramatic. Oh, we're pausing again. Damn it. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to do. Dropbox is off. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, I definitely get a feeling of Maxim in this guy's shapes and his graphics, but he's different though. He makes it different, and man, that's really crazy dramatic. I like how he uses these lines and just kind of fans them out and puts in one cut line, and then you can see that this shape is doing some crazy stuff here, even though the outline of it is so simple. I think that's the interesting part. Like, the silhouette is very simple, but then the form is really twisted and interesting. So it's a contrast. Yep. That thing looks like a hamster. This is really subtle. Interesting. Like, oh, let's start with a really sharp crease and fade it out totally. And then we're gonna put this dark line graphic here just to fuck with you some more. And then this looks like a skin, vacuum packed skin over the whole back of the car. And it just, like, people don't do this stuff usually. This is really sophisticated, weird shit. Man. There it is. Alright. Woo! Actually, I don't know about this one. It's getting kind of crazy back here. Oh man, what is this? This is kind of a 70s Italian reimagining, I guess. I like how he does the shading here for the metal just folding around. Man, I kind of want to, I miss drawing like this, but holy shit, that's a render. This guy's really good. Hey, Johan. Can you explain how to use golden ratio? No, I don't know how. I really don't. Cannot explain it. Oh, I love that. So good. So good. This makes me happy. Just looking at, I feel like, okay, the world is okay now. We can see some nice sketches. Who else? I feel like my Instagram is mostly illustrators now and not many designers. But I kind of miss, I don't know, I miss design too. Anyway, let's get back to my stupid drawing. I really need to just get this over with. Now my stuff looks like extra garbage. After looking out at all these people. Blame 2.8. Craig Mullins is originally an ID guy too, right? Yes, he studied car design at Art Center. Blame 2.8. You know who else studied car design at Art Center apparently? Brad Pitt. I guess he was trying to trick his family into letting him come to California, so he was at Art Center for 1 term or something like that. Yeah, look it up. Art Center has got some weird, like, celebrity alums. Like, Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park studied graphic design there. Thanks, Mustard Tiger. I'm trying to channel all these people. What would Maxim do? Yeah, Killer Den. Brad Pitt's parents still think he's studying at Art Center. He's in the graduate program now. Apparently, Kanye West came to CCS in Detroit, which is the school I went to, and he was there like last week. For some reason, he was visiting the school and talking about design and sort of like ranting on top of a table. Like he was just standing on top of a table in the middle of a classroom talking about how he's gonna, what was it? He's gonna be the one, we're gonna be the generation to abolish time, because time is made up in order to hold us back or something like that. Some sort of fun Kanye West bullshit. And most of the comments on the little video where like, oh, I went to CCS in the 80s. This is the equivalent of so and so, like, I don't know, some just a lot of people were pissed that he was there. I feel like this color could be more orange and brighter. So did you get to hang out with John Park? No. Well, I mean, I have hung out with him before, but not. I didn't go to Art Center, so, and he didn't go to CCS, or he's from Art Center. Make something vine red fit something, it will reach. Oh, this part here? Just put red somewhere? Oh God. I don't know, man. Making it up? Oh, the pressure. All right, I'll give it a shot. Oh man. Oh, this is actually a little bit red, isn't it? Up here? Down here, yeah. Doink, wait, here, doink, wink, wink, wink. No, that's ugly. Damn. So violent. Ah, no. Spikes coming out, bloody spikes. If I do that, I need another layer for sure. Add max layer. Yep, here we go. Putting the subtle little finishing touches on our pretty little drawing here. Just a little something extra, you know? Something extra. You don't want to go overboard with it. You ruin the fine balance of the composition, you know? Gotta keep it subtle. Keep it very subtle. It's not coming out. This is not looking good, guys. This was a bad idea. Why did I listen? Okay, maybe okay. Oops. Oops. I need more squiggles in this drawing. Maybe if these were less strong. Let's try a different color. Shit. Ah. Oh, man. What? I'm on this layer. Let me... Okay. think I've ruined my drawing thoroughly here. Oh, man. Shit. Let me see if I can fix up his face a little bit. No. Nope. Yep. Alright, see you, Lip. Thanks for joining in. Do Brainstorm offer job opportunities? Yes, Brainstorm and CDA are both really good places if you want to get a job. It's probably the easiest and fastest way to get a job. Just go to school there. Alright, let's see if I save this. Let's add the noise and the build as usual. See how this goes. Oops. We don't need the Honda. I don't know, maybe this is better without the Mad Max. Hmm. Let's see. Sequential. Shrink. Fade. Ooh, that's weird. Okay. Maybe we could chop it down to 130, 120. What do you guys think? Is it better with Mad Max or without Mad Max? I would have to take out the flags probably. It's definitely classier without Mad Max. Kind of covers up a lot of the shading there. But I haven't ever seen a Mad Max Messerschmitt. Maybe without the front grill. I don't know about this grill. Let me lock that. Oops. What did I do? Turn off. Let's turn that off so I can see. What? Dude, if we're on that layer, we definitely don't need to be. All right, good enough. I think that's it for today. It was pretty fun. I feel like I'm sort of getting more organized with grease pencil, but still, we shouldn't have to do all these clicks and steps. Maybe I could try to do some scripting to help this stuff, but actually that one tip of creating the new material with the presets over here, that was a really good tip. So, good one, guys. Alright, I'll render this out and post it up, and hope you had a fun time here looking at all the car designers, and see you guys next time. See you.